I'm out on the, this is a 2023 KTM 300 XC-W. It's the first time I've ridden the bike. Got the bike several months ago and put tubeless on it. Did the idle screw mod because this is a TPI bike on the 23 XC-W. But I think I put a radiator fan on, radiator fan on this one. Had to look down and see. But I haven't, this is the first time I've had a chance to ride the bike. This one, I think I'm gonna have to bleed my front brake because this doesn't happen very often, but on this bike, this front brake lever is super squishy. It comes in way too far before it grabs. So that's super annoying. I haven't had that on a new bike, I don't think ever. But this one is bad. Gonna have to bleed it. But the purpose of today's ride, this is just gonna be a short ride. I don't have a lot of time today, but I just want to make sure the bike is running really well. So what I do on these TPIs is I will get them all the way up to operating temperature, and then let's see if this one is. Yeah, so we're at 160. So that's enough. I could see it right here on my radiator fan. 160 is good enough, and then what I'll do is I'll kind of adjust, and this one's running really good. I'll adjust my air bypass screw, which is over here on the side of the throttle body. Stop it for a sec. Oh my gosh, I'm flipping over. The air bypass screw is right here. I don't know if you can see that. And I will adjust that. I need to get my flat blade out, and I'll adjust that kind of to get the bike to run as crisp and clean as I can get it to, like right off idle, and see if there's any sort of a hesitation. This one doesn't seem like there is. I'm actually pretty pleased with how this thing is running, to be honest. Look at that. And then the next thing I would do, and this one's actually running dang good, but essentially if you've got a TPI bike, first thing I do, get it up to operating temperature, and then tune the bike using this air bypass screw right here. I've got a throttle, I do have it. It's been so long since okay. So I've got an idle screw down here on the bottom of my throttle body, which I installed. That allows me to adjust my idle independent of this air bypass screw, which is not the idle screw that KTM wants to tell you it is. This is an air bypass screw. So when you turn that out counterclockwise, you're leaning the mixture, you're giving more air. When you turn it in, you're less air, enriching the mixture. I may turn that in just a little bit just to play with that. And then after I get that running really well the way I want it to, then I come over to this side of the bike and I can adjust my power valve, which is right here. Now, I don't put springs, I don't change the springs out like I used to. In the old days on the old bikes, I would put like a red spring in there. You had like green spring, yellow spring, red spring. I just leave the main spring that's in there, which I think is the stock. It's the like yellow spring from back in the day. And then I will just adjust this key according to how I want the bike to run, and just kind of clean it up. Now this one, some of them it takes me like an hour of screwing around with them to get the bike, to run the way I want it to run. Other ones, like this one, seems to be running really well right out of the gate. Some common mistakes are if you start trying to play with the tuning of your bike before it's fully warm. So I want you to get the bike all the way up to operating temperature before you start changing anything. That's key. I think this is the dead end right here. But yeah, so you want to get the bike all the way up to operating temp, which is at least 160 before you start playing with anything. And then I start air bypass screw side on the low RPMs from idle up to say quarter throttle and get it cleaned out and running really well. And then I'm adjusting my mid-range, like how the power comes on and how smooth it is when it transitions from, you know, the lower RPMs up onto the pipe and beyond, using that power valve key down there. If you'll follow those, kind of that template there, you should be able to get your TPI bike running amazing. And some of you are going to luck out, and it will be like this one, where it's just like it runs really good right off the bat. That doesn't happen all the time. Like sometimes it'll fight you just a wee. Oh yeah, kept my foot on the pegs there, but I hit the pegs through that rock section. So far on the TBI bikes, the throttle body injected bikes, the 23 XC models that I've been on, they haven't required me to tune them at all either, so they've been great, which is awesome. Yeah, but I wanted to kind of break this in before I started to really go on any serious rides with it. And I have definitely identified the front brake issue. Gonna need to bleed this before it's too mushy. I don't like how far I have to pull it back. Makes me feel like I don't have front brake. There is stopping power, like it stops fine, it's just you have to pull it back so far. I don't love it. Don't love that at all. I want it to feel like I don't have to move my freaking fingers so far. You know? So I'll have to go adjust that before I do any, like, real serious, longer rides. Which I hope to be doing a heck of a lot more riding here in 2023. It's already April. The day that I'm recording this, it's April 1st. And it has literally been, even yesterday, March 31st, I was up in Park City doing some filming, not Dirt Bike Channel, but for something else, and it was freaking white out conditions. March 31st, crazy storm. We had a record-breaking snow year, more snow than any time on record in Utah. So it was a long winter, man. See, I feel like I go to pull my front brake in and I don't even get it. I have to pull it back so far, like I have to adjust my grip and pull my finger back so far before that even hits.